I'm Dr. Vanisree, working as an assistant professor in English department. Today, I'm going to say a topic that is art and literature. This art and literature was written by APJ Abdul Kalam. Before going to delve into the topic, so let us know that what are the different aspects we will learn in this lesson. The first is we're going to learn about the author, that is APJ Abdul Kalam, and this was extracted from which book, and the importance of art and literature, different aspects of art and literature which Kalam discussed in this lesson, and how these 8 aspects have the power to fill our mind and souls with joy and mount our life. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, that is Awul Pakir Jainulabdin Abdul Kalam. He was born on 15th October 1931 in Rameshwaram to a Tamil Muslim family to Jainulabdin and Ashiyamma. He is the youngest of 4 brothers and 1 sister in his family. Dr. Kalam was an Indian aerospace scientist and statesman who served as the 11th President of India from 2002 to 2007. He is also known as the People's President and was very popular among Indians. He has produced a number of successful missiles which helped to earn him the nickname called Missile Man. He is called as a Missile Man of India for his immense contribution in strengthening the defense of the country, and he was the project director of the SLV-3, the first satellite launch vehicle in Indian Space Research Organization. And he designed, produced and launched 3 Indian missiles, that is Trishul, Agni and Prithvi. He is called as the father of India's missile technology. He got numerous awards for his contribution to the scientific research and modernization of defense technology in India. In 1997, he received the India's highest civilian award, that is Bharat Ratna, and Padma Vibhushan in 1990 and Padma Bhushan in 1981. His love for teaching and imparting knowledge to the young generation was seen till the last minute of his life. He collapsed while delivering a lecture at Indian Institute of Management, Shillong, and was affirmed dead from cardiac arrest. He addressed to the students saying that, "I want to see all of you as the creative leaders to bring about the required change." He will always be the biggest source of motivation in the coming days of future. Now, none could match the persona of the greatest teacher as Dr. Kalam liked himself to be remembered as. Then, the present lesson was extracted from the book Indomitable Spirit. This book emphasizes on the importance of art and literature in any ordinary person's life. It brings out the significance of art in basic survival. This book reflects how art of civilization has helped the future to survive. It also indicated in what way and how the art and literature have the power to fill our minds and souls with joy and mount life. This was manifested by the 8 aspects. So let us know one by one. So what are the 8 aspects? The first is art helps life to survive. The second aspect is books are our external companions, and the third one is my favorite book, and the fourth one is the importance of authors, and the fifth is music, dance and drama, and sixth one is the power of films, and seventh one is art elevates the spirit, and eighth one is prosperity and art. Now let us go with one by one. The first one is art helps life to survive. So according to Kalam, our planet Earth has witnessed the birth of many great human civilizations at different periods of time. But only a few civilizations had the capacity to see the future and the ability to adapt to the dynamic changes and manage to survive. Indian civilization absorbed the dynamic changes in different fields like literature, poetry, economics, architecture, science and technology, and we saw the tradition of producing epics like Mahabharata, Ramayana, and classics like Narayaniyam, Kabirvani, Tirukural, etc. These dynamic changes are continuing to survive and flourish in India. The second aspect is books are our external companions. Dr. Kalam said that a good book becomes a permanent companion and gives everlasting enrichment of life. A good book guides us during our life journey and continue to do so for many generations. Here, he mentioned an example of Albert Einstein's experience. Once Albert Einstein's mentor, Max Talbot, gave a book on Euclidean plane geometry to Albert Einstein. Through this book, Einstein came into contact with the realm and concept of plane geometry. Without any laboratories, this book made Einstein to learn on how to explore universal truths. Then, the third aspect is my favorite books. Dr. Kalam read many books. Here, he mentioned his 3 favorite books as they taught him many aspects of life and helped him to balance different emotional situations. So, favorite 3 books are, the first book is Light from Many Lamps, and the second book is Tirukural, and the third book is Man the Unknown. Now, let us go with one by one. The first, his favorite book, that is Light from Many Lamps, which was edited by Lillian Edgler Watson. This book he bought in the year 1953 from an old bookstore in Moore Market, Chennai. He said that this book, Light from Many Lamps, became a close friend and companion to him. Whenever he faces a problem or feels happy, he used to read that book. This made him to wipe his tears and softly touches the mind and brings about a balanced thinking. Lillian Edgler Watson, this book considered as a classic treasury, and this features hundreds of inspirational passages and quotations of different ages and also reflects invaluable insights, ideas, thoughts and challenges of daily life and give guidance for our life. This book is a collection of biographies of different writers such as John Burroughs, Alfred Tennyson, Robert Browning, Abraham Lincoln, Hippocrates, Ralph Waldo Emerson, William Shakespeare, and so on. This book is a distillation of the greatest thoughts, ideas, and philosophies of different ages, such as moral, spiritual, ethical guidance, and inspiration. And the second book he mentioned, that is Tirukural. This was written by the same poet Tiruvalluvar. This book provides an excellent code of conduct for life in short form. Tiru means sacred and beautiful, and Kural means shortest Tamil poem. This book reflects the narrow concepts of nation, language, and culture. It also deals with different subjects like ethics, statecraft, citizenship, and so on. This book elevates the human mind, and this book consists of 133 chapters with 1,330 poems. And the third book he mentioned here is The Man and Unknown, which was written by Alexis Carrel. Alexis Carrel, he is not only a doctor and also he is a Nobel laureate who turned as a philosopher. This book reflects how an ailment of mind and body needs to be treated as the two are integrated. This book particularly helps to children who dream of becoming doctors, as they will come to know that our human body is not a mechanical system but as an intelligent and integrated organism made of psychological and physiological systems with an intricate and sensitive feedback system. Next, the fourth aspect is the importance of author. Kalam says that a good book from an author is a source of great knowledge and wealth for many generations. Here, Kalam mentioned a Tamil author named Jayakanthan, who is a 38th Jnanapith awardee. He wrote a book named Oru Ilakkiyavadiyan Arasiyal Anubhavangal. which means a literary person's political experiences. This book is a collection of essays which represents the realm of literature and how a change appeared with Jagadguru Adi Shankaracharya and accepting Dattatreya as Guru. This book is also represent a glowing glory of nation with different thinkers. It also facilitates the creation of enlightened leaders. Then the fifth aspect is the music, dance and drama. Kalam says that India has rich culture and heritage, especially in the field of literature, music, dance and drama. The music, dance and drama unites the people of different states without any barriers and also plays an important role in propagating peace. In India, the thread of music united the beats with the gems of musicians of different places. Music itself a great communication and language can never be a barrier. Music establishments at Travancore in Kerala, Tirupati in Andhra Pradesh, Tanjore in Tamil Nadu and Mysore in Karnataka. For instance, the Telugu and Sanskrit kritis sang and became popular in Tanjore district. Purandaradasa sang in Kannada and Annamacharya in Telugu and Arunagirinathar in Tamil language. Without any training, Uday Shankar carved himself in the world of art and regarded as the father of modern dance in India. He is a versatile pioneer in Indian arts in 1930s and 40s. He was instrumental in introducing Indian dance forms and music to the Western world. Kalam saw the rural folk and tribal communities nurture great love for music and dance. He says that the evolution of Indian music, dance and theatre has been woven by the rural folk into the history of our nation. Thus, intermingling of diverse streams enriched our tradition of artistic expression. The next one is the power of films. Movies generally have a lot of power. It inspires the people. The film actors had the ability to make the audience laugh, cry and create an impression in their minds temporarily or for a long period. They can touch the emotions of the viewer. Here we can see the many examples of the movies such as the Kashmir Files, Kantara and PS1. So which creates an impression in audience mind and as well as touch the emotions of the viewer. The seventh aspect is art elevates the spirits. Here Kalam advised to read a book called Articulation Voices from Contemporary Indian Visual Art. This book represents the unique quality of the great community of visual art and painting. Here he refers M.F. Hussain. Once M.F. Hussain said that painting is the output of the society. It means if the society is associated with Indian modernism, which is inspired by the new India, you will get the modern painting. That means if society is small, we get a small painting. He also says that artists should have a partnership and express with known and unknown such as partition, dynasties, Indian civilization, stone language, modes of transport, Indian dance forms, Hinduism, culture, traditions, etc. He also mentioned his composed Tamil poem Life Tree, which was later translated into English. This Life Tree poem represents the celebration of life, which gives a visual life, beauty and creativity. Here, Kalam intertwined the painting and poetry with each other. Here he mentioned one of the young artists named Manav who picturized the natural beauty of Mughal gardens on a beautiful canvas which represents the bubbling life with the beauty and fragrance of flowers. He complimented Kalam's poem Life Tree as a speaking tree. The next aspect is the prosperity and art. Kalam said, art is a gift of God. It reflects the innate beauty in nature. It elevates the beautiful spirit of life but eloquently conveys the message of love, humor, etc. It has the power to share joy in our minds and souls. It brings beauty to life. And finally, conclusion. This lesson emphasizes our country's age old art and literature. Art may be music, dance, painting, sculpture, literature, or drama. Each had its own significance and contribution to the development of a country. They are the real wealth of our country and play an important role in molding one's life. Art is a gift of God and reflects the innate beauty of nature. Dr. Kalam said, "Books are my favorite friends," and I consider my home library with many thousand books to be my greatest wealth. Every new book based on some idea inspires me and gives me a new thought to ponder. Overall, in this lesson, Dr. Abdul Kalam reflects the importance of art and literature in fostering creativity, emotional and intellectual growth, cultural understanding, inspiration, and effective communication, all of which are essential for the holistic development of individuals and society. So, read the book continuously. So, thank you all for giving me this opportunity.
Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.